to the world. Subscribe now to the Hot 97 YouTube channel. It's Ebro in the Morning with Laura Stiles and Rosenberg.
Y'all gonna fill out this goddamn
I already
census
filled it out.
before we talk about Rolling Stone's dumbass top 5 hip-hop albums of all time.
Well, let me help you there.
Useless-ass convo.
They didn't, for the record, it's even more useless than you realized.
Right.
They didn't make a top 5 hip-hop albums list.
So what did they do?
It's a troll by Twitter, which always gets us. They redid their top 500 albums of all time, and people pulled these 5 albums to say, here is their top 5 hip-hop albums of all time. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I saw Lauryn Hill, Miseducation of Lauryn Hill in there.
Because that is the highest. Because that's the highest rated rap album on their top 500 list. But
is that a rap album?
But that's the thing. It doesn't matter because it's not on a rap list. It's just on their 500 albums list.
Oh, my
Get
God.
out of here.
So it changes the context completely because they're just saying it's the 10th best album of all time, period. Which
That we agree with. I could agree with that. No problem.
Their top 10 all-time albums now reworked in 2020.
Okay.
Number 1 is Marvin Gaye, What's Going On.
Wow.
Number 2 is Pet Sounds by the Beach Boys. Number 3 is Blue by Joni Mitchell. 4, Stevie Wonder, Songs in the Key of Life.
Love that album.
5, The Beatles, Abbey Road. 6, Nirvana, Nevermind. 7, Fleetwood Mac, Rumors. 8, Prince and the Revolution, Purple Rain. 9, Bob Dylan, Blood on the Tracks. 10, Lauryn Hill, The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. It's not a terrible top 10.
No, it's not terrible.
And then where people made this list is they took the top 5 albums that were listed in that 500, which were in order. Miseducation of Lauryn Hill was the highest. The next highest was It Takes a Nation of Millions by Public Enemy. The next highest was My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy by Kanye West. The next was To Pimp a Butterfly, Kendrick Lamar. And then Ready to Die by Biggie.
All right, cool. Where's Thriller?
Thriller is 12. Thriller's 12.
Thriller, I could argue, should be top 10.
Oh, I know.
For sure.
I
You
think
could argue
it's
it's
Sure,
one.
you could argue.
if you want.
You could argue it a lot of different places.
Mike Off the Wall is 36. You could argue that could be
Top 20.
certainly higher than that. Enter the Wu-Tang is 27. I could have that higher. You know? But listen, it's not like hip hop.
Where'd they put Tekashi 6ix9ine?
Let me see. Oh, you mean the dude who dropped an album 2 weeks ago?
Congratulations,
No one even spoke of?
you played yourself.
Yo, the
Ebro.
silence. They have a silent spot because of the silence of his last album. Oh.
Yo, most
44.
people ain't ever even listened to Joni Mitchell and Fleetwood Mac and some of them albums. People listening right now, you know, y'all talking about your little lifetime. You need to go on back. That Beach Boys album's incredible.
That could be my number 1 is the Pet Sounds. It's right there. It's that and Thriller, you know, Songs in the Key of Life. They're all right there in the conversation. The Clash, Ebro, London Calling is 16.
Ooh, that could be higher. That's it.
The one I'll say this: Kendrick to Pimp a Butterfly. I love Kendrick Lamar. I think that's been established. Just ask Lupe
We know.
Fiasco.
We know.
Kendrick to Pimp a Butterfly being that high as a hip hop album, yo, guys.
Well, it's
To
not
Pimp
as,
a Butterfly is
it's not
20
as a
slots
hip-
above Nas, Illmatic.
Nope.
Come on, bro. Not even close.
But they're not. Clearly, they're not looking at it as a hip hop album. They're looking at it as just an album of
Correct.
music.
Yeah,
and
that's
the
the thing.
musicality of it. It's not as a hip hop album. It
That's a
just
good
happens to be a hip hop album, and by a rap artist. But they're looking at the musicality of it
It's still not better than Good Kid, Mad City, though.
as a hip hop album. As a musical album. To Pimp a, well, now we're getting way off in the weeds.
Yeah.
As a music album, To Pimp a Butterfly is much more musical than Good Kid, Mad City.
Hey,
But it's
no matter,
better.
I don't care what you call it, Ebro. It ain't 13 slots better than the Chronic.
Good point.
Now, and maybe they dock some of those albums. You know, To Pimp a Butterfly had a lot of original music on it. Chronic
True.
is a lot of samples. Good Kid, Mad City's a
think-
lot of samples.
I think they also took messaging into. I think that played a big part. Messaging
That's a
in the
great
time
point.
right now.
That's a great point.
I
Because
think
think
that's
about
what
what
they
we
did.
just said. Think
Yep.
about the songs that have meaning in a positive way between the Marvin Gaye, the Stevie, the Beatles, the Bob Dylan, Lauryn Hill. So much of it has positive messaging.
Yeah, facts. That's facts. That's super facts.